All right, today's best mix, Star 99.9. It is Kevin Begley hanging out here at the Orange Jailhouse for our Star 99.9 Michaels Jewelers Acoustic Session, backstage with the guys from Life of Dillon. You guys have been hanging out in Connecticut like all day, haven't you?
Buddy, loving it here. And there's been a couple like thunderstorms and stuff, which is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, the weather gets nutty around here. Yeah. And coming from England, is it cool here? Is it different? What do you think of Connecticut?
It's sunny right now, and I just got a video game at GameStop for about half the price I get it in London.
What game?
The Witcher 3.
Oh, nice.
So I'm down, man. I'm down with Connecticut.
So the video game prices are better in Connecticut.
Oh, way better, yeah. Way better.
Yeah, right.
Like, all the prices are just like half.
Right.
You know, it's just fucking great.
Yeah, it's what we do here.
Electronics, we buy our musical instruments, we buy everything out here.
And then take it back to England, you know. No time.
So, Life of Dillon. So, for our listeners who don't really know the history, give us a little background of how you guys got together, how you met each other.
Cool. So, we're two brothers. Me and Robert, we're brothers. And
cool.
David and I went to school together about 8 years ago. And from day one, we started making music and staying behind class, you know, and we started gigging, and then later I brought him to London to meet Robert, and ever since we've been making music as writers, and it's only in the past 6 months that we decided, you know, maybe we can do this as an artist, and things just took off like that.
It must have felt like not to use cliche, but like an overnight thing, like all of a sudden you're touring and you're on the road and you're playing shows and you're going to radio stations, like it must have felt like a whirlwind, right?
Well, you know what they say, what are you going to say?
What are you going to say?
Well, no, it's just that whole, like, you know, it takes a lifetime to make an overnight success.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like, we haven't used that
Great
one
minds
before.
think alike.
But yeah, because, you know, what was it yesterday you were saying about chipping?
I was just saying, it's like, you know, chipping away at a dam, and if you stop chipping at the wrong time, you could be this close to breaking through, and you'll never know, you know, and luckily we kept going.
Yeah.
And now, like, everything's happening for us. So.
Yeah. And being in a band, so, you know, we see a lot of challenges in radio as time passes. So whether it be social media stuff or trying to stay relevant and all that, what's the most challenging thing about being in a band? Is it, you know, staying on top of all
to be honest, we don't even feel like we're in a band. Like,
You're just hanging out.
We just hang out. But, like, we make
That's the best way.
Music, like, and it's almost like the music that made the band rather than the band that made the music. You know, we had so much music together that it was almost like forced into a band situation, which we never expected to be in. Like, we were, you know, we just wanted to sell a song.
Right.
Our song would have been great, you know.
Yeah.
Like, all of us got into music because we never wanted to feel like we were working, ever. So
Right.
even though we are working and we do this day in, day out, every day, and we have been for the past however many years, like, we started making music when we were kids, 12, 11 years old, you know, but it doesn't feel like we're working. It just feels like we're doing what we love to do,
right?
Which is the aim, you know.
Nice. And you guys have been on the road with Meghan Trainor. How have those shows been? How have the crowds been?
Yeah, we haven't
not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so that's coming up.
Tours starting. Was it July 3rd? Across America. Cannot wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be a blast. It's like being on a summer camp.
Yeah, across America.
Yeah, across America.
It's gonna be nuts. And Megan's like, she's such a great writer, such a great artist, and we saw her in London actually. We did see a show of hers.
Oh, nice.
And she was awesome. She knows how to work the crowd.
That's great.
You know,
So Overload, we've been playing on Star. People love it. The first time I ever heard the song, I always have a gauge for when I hear a new song that if it's got the stuck in your head syndrome, and that's exactly what I had with this song. So tell us a little bit about how you wrote the song, how it came about.
I mean, yeah, you know, David and Joe kind of, what was it? It's like it's about this breaking point, you know, when you kind of feel like you got to break out of the cycle of mundanity of everyday life and, you know, just kind of do what you want and go for it, you know, like, what else is it?
I mean,
it's like expressing a certain frustration. We were all very frustrated at the fact that we'd been at this music game for so long and not got anywhere.
Right.
You know, that's the most frustrating thing in the world when you know that's what you want to do, and chances are you may have to move on to something else that you know, just sucks, right?
Yeah.
In terms of the sound, like, we just wanted to make something that, you know, we've been writing for so many people for so long and failing.
Yeah.
We were like, let's just do something that we want to do. We were getting like a lot of pressures to like get out of the house and stuff because we all live together. And their mum was like kind enough to put me up, but like after 2 years of like not making any money, like it gets pretty tough.
Yeah. Well, it's such a fun song. Like it has such a fun sound to it, and I think it makes people happy. Like that's and the artwork for the song, the art that's everywhere. I love. Do you guys watch True Detective on HBO? That show.
Man,
so every time I see it, it reminds me of the Yellow King. So I see that artwork and I'm like, oh, True Detective, the Yellow King.
And there's like antlers in the intro and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Kind of merging.
Did you guys make that yourselves? Or?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh, that's really neat.
I think we were just trying to be creative and think outside the box, and when we made Overload and we made the rest of the songs that became, you know, our EP prologue, we just wanted to put it on YouTube. We weren't trying to get signed. We weren't trying to.
You just want people to hear it, yeah.
Yeah, because literally, like, we were about to quit. Well, I was about to quit music. I think David would have continued, but we were so close to everything just falling apart.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, you know, let's just put stuff on YouTube, like, let people hear it, because no one had ever heard any of our songs before, and might as well package it and, like, brand it, you know?
So we thought of a name. We got the logo together. We put everything online, and you know, that kind of started to attract some attention, which was great.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, so I wish you guys the most success, because it's just such a great story how you guys met. You guys seem very genuine, and that you're really passionate about this. So thank you so much for doing this for us today as well. You guys are going to play our acoustic session here in a few minutes. Star 99.9, today's best mix, Life of Dillon. Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.